But I'm very glad to be in Austin. I love this city. Richmond's a little similar, a state capital, big university town, cool place, cool culture, cool food, cool people. So hot weather, but the rest is cool. Everything in the rest is cool. But it's great to be here and have a chance to just show that this team, the Clinton Kaine team, we're serious about Texas. We are very serious about Texas because we know the kind of work that you can do. First, let me tell you how honored I am to be on this ticket. Margie was talking about all the wonderful things about Hillary Clinton, and I'm going to talk about Hillary and her opponent, Donald Trump, in a sec, but I just want to start with, it's a tremendous honor. You know, when Hillary Clinton called me on the evening of Friday, July 22 at 7:32 p.m., not like I'm counting or anything, I mean, and asked if I would be part of the ticket, I was so proud to say yes. The nation needs Hillary as president, and what President Obama said about her at the convention is true. She is the best qualified person, the most ready and prepared person to be president, who's been the nominee of any party in this country for a very long time, maybe ever. And I talked about at the convention how when I was in Honduras, I was taught this phrase: the highest compliment to pay somebody was to say that they were listo, which is ready. It translates into ready, but we don't use ready quite the same way. We would use ready like I'm ready to go to the store, or I'm ready for this guy's long speech to be over. That's how we use the word ready. But in Espanol, in Honduras at least, listo meant prepared, battle-tested, rock solid, up for anything, never backing down. Hillary Clinton is lista, folks. She's lista. La candidata más lista de todos. And so I was honored for that reason, but I was also honored, and I'm just going to put it in the same words that Margie did. When my mother, who's 81, was standing next to me on stage and balloons were falling, and she said to me, "Tim, this is the best night of my life." Partly that was because of me, but mostly it was because she was there on stage when this nation, after 240 years of saying that equality was our top principle, we finally decided that a party could nominate a woman to be president. What a powerful, powerful moment. A powerful moment. You know our story. You know our story. We said equality was the North Star, but we didn't live that way. We weren't perfect people. We didn't treat people equally by color of the skin or where they were from or their gender. And our whole nation's history has just been this march toward that North Star. We may never get there completely because we're imperfect human beings, but we keep knocking down one barrier after the next. It took 140 years from declaring that equality was our governing principle for women even to get the right to vote in this country, not till 1920. And now it's taken almost 100 years, and here we are at the threshold of electing a woman. The next president will be the president that will celebrate the centennial of women having the right to vote. Is it too much to ask that it be a woman rather than somebody who offends women every time he opens his mouth? So that made me so proud. And then one other thing, I just got to say, as my mom said this to me on the stage, I have been in politics for 22 years for my city council election. I started in city council, 1994, and I thought when my mother said this to me about every strong woman who has supported me, campaign managers, my wife, my mom, campaign staffers, volunteers, my Senate staff, members of my cabinet when I was governor, all these strong women who have worked so hard so that I could have the opportunities I have had in politics, even this opportunity. And it just made me think, you know what? I think the strong men of this country, I think it's a good time for us to stand up and support strong women in leadership positions, right? I think strong men are up to that. Guys, can I get a shout out? Strong men are up to this. We can do this. We can do this. So, very proud to be on the ticket. Now, look, it's going to be really, really tough. This is a tough campaign. We've seen some positive polling. That's good. We'd rather have positive than negative. But I've been in a lot of races. I've run 8 races, and I've won 8 races. But I have never won a contested race by much. I mean, I'm just a barely likable enough guy that I just barely, and be in politics. If you're barely likable enough, be in politics. You just have to get to 51. I've been in a lot of close races, and this has been a season of surprises, right? I mean, this has been a season of surprises. So we might see some polls we like now, but there's no guarantee that'll be the case next week. There's no guarantee that'll be the case after Labor Day. We have to assume this thing is tough. After Citizens United, anybody can say anything they want on the air. It doesn't even have to be true. They make it as negative as they can be. So I think this is going to be tough. But I want to come and tell you that you guys know tough. Texas Democrats know tough, right? Like Virginia Democrats do. This is not territory where it's always smooth sailing. You guys know tough. You can do tough. We can do tough, and we'll win tough. But we got to win because the differences are so stark. And I'm just going to boil them down into three really quick. I like to make it simple. That it makes it easier for me to understand what's at stake. And so I basically have been saying this campaign is about three questions. The first question is this on the economy. Do you want a you're hired president or a you're fired president? I mean, not that hard. Not that hard. Hillary Clinton will be a you're hired president. She has got this 5-point economic plan. First 100 days with Congress, biggest job program since World War II. It encompasses investments, pay equity, minimum wage, education so we can have debt-free college, and great pre-K curriculum. This 5-point plan is solid and specific. And if you want los detalles, and the details are important, go to hillaryclinton.com. You'll get details from Hillary Clinton because she feels like she owes it to you to tell you how she'll do it, how she'll pay for it, how you're going to benefit. Donald Trump, on the other side, he doesn't give you the details. I mean, he'll tell you, we're going to be rich, believe me, or, everything's going to be great, believe me. But when you get into what's the details? He doesn't have many. He likes to just say, believe me. But a lot of people have been very badly hurt because they believe Donald Trump. The contractors that have worked on his projects that have got stiffed. Some of them even had to go bankrupt with their businesses because they believe Donald Trump. The retirees who gave him money, he was going to build condos for them. Well, they gave the money up. They didn't get the condos in a couple of projects in Florida. They lost part of their life savings because they believed Donald Trump. Students who wanted to advance in life, saw a slick ad or something about Trump University, gave them a lot of money, ended up with some that wasn't worth the pay because they believed Donald Trump. So when he says, hey, I'm going to be a great president, believe me, I just got this one question. Does anybody believe one word Donald Trump says? Absolutely not. And guess what? Don't take it from me. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Moody's Analytics, which is probably the best nonpartisan economic firm in this country, analyzed the Hillary Clinton jobs plan, the 5-point plan, analyzed what Donald Trump said he would do, and here was their conclusion that came out about 10 days ago. They say Moody's, and the head of Moody's, their chief economist, was John McCain's chief economist in 2008. This is not a bunch of Dems. Moody's says the Hillary Clinton plan, if implemented, the economy by the end of her first term, would have 10.5 million new jobs, and we'd be in a significant economic recovery. She'll be a you're hired president. On the other hand, the Donald Trump plan, if implemented, by the end of his first term, we would lose 3.5 million jobs and be in, quote, a lengthy recession. He's a you're fired president. That's all he will be. The difference between 10 million plus, 3.5 million minus, recovery versus recession, this is not hard to figure out. And that's the first difference, and that's what's at stake as you're talking to folks. You just tell them, do you want a you're hired president or you're fired president? We want a you're hired president. Number two, do you want a trash talker or a bridge builder? I mean, Donald Trump is a trash talker. You know, going after folks with disabilities, going after folks because of their heritage, saying offensive things about women. I mean, saying offensive things about leaders of other countries that are our allies. He says, I'm a proud father of one kid in the military. I got a boy who's a Marine. Donald Trump says the American military is a disaster, folks. He wants to be commander-in-chief. So he's looking in the eye of 2 million young men and women who volunteer to serve in a time of war, and he calls him a disaster. He makes fun of John McCain because McCain was a POW. We can't let somebody who talks about our troops, our military, even POWs that way. And how about that Virginia family, the Kahn family, Gold Star family who lost a son, a war hero? Donald Trump's going after them. We don't need a trash talker. We don't need a trash talker. We need a bridge builder. And Hillary Clinton has built that, has been that bridge builder. In the Senate, on the Armed Services Committee, strengthening alliances, but also when President Obama decided we needed to be a diplomatic nation again and be serious about diplomacy, he said, I have to pick somebody to be our chief diplomat who knows how to go into any room in the world and command respect and build alliances, and that's Hillary Clinton. She's a bridge builder, and that's what we need. Not somebody who's going to divide us, somebody who can bring us together. And I know, you know in Texas what we know in Virginia. There have been campaigns about division, and sometimes they win. But those campaigns never do one good thing. One good thing for the people. The campaigns that do good things for people are about bringing us together. We use that word indivisible every time we say the Pledge of Allegiance. We use it all the time, but too often candidates like Donald Trump, they want us to be divided and divisible, but not Hillary Clinton. She's a bridge builder. Last thing, and then I'll conclude, is this. Character. Character. Do you want a me first president or a kids and family first president? Kids and family first. That's what this is about. A lot of times the other guys want to talk about character, and so do I. Here's a tip. I'm going to say this to my friends in elected office, everybody who's here. If you want to know something about the character of a person in public office, look to see if they've had a passion that they had long before they got into office, and whether they've held on to that passion through thick and thin, victory and defeat, hell or high water, in office, out of office. Have they held on to it throughout their entire life and their entire career? Hillary Clinton has. As a member of a Methodist youth group, as a teenager in the suburbs of Chicago, her minister, Don Jones, took her to see Martin Luther King, exposed her to challenges outside her own neighborhood. She then got focused on the needs of families and children. And all throughout her life, First Lady of, lawyer first with the Children's Defense Fund, First Lady of Arkansas, First Lady of this country, Senator, Secretary of State. She's made the empowerment and the advancement of families and children a core principle to everything she's done. 8 million children in this country have health insurance because Hillary Clinton went to bat for them. Went to bat for them. Now, Donald Trump has a passion too. It's a passion that showed up long before he was interested in running for president, that he has held on to consistently throughout his life, and that passion is Donald J. Trump. That's his passion. It's me first. We have not had one good president in this country who was a me firster. When John F. Kennedy was inaugurated in 1960, he didn't say, hey, ask what your country can do for you. He said, no, ask what you can do for your country. Our great presidents have sacrificed themselves for others and have called on us to do the same. We've got to have a kids and family first president, not a me first president. That's the third reason to vote for Hillary Clinton. Okay, so here's what we have to do. Here's what we have to do, exactly what you are doing now. I mean, I look here and I see the call sheets, and I see you out with your cell phones, and I see you marching through and reaching out to people and trying to encourage those already on our team to vote and persuade those who haven't yet decided to come on along. Texas is critically important. We always look at Texas and the Democratic family. The first time when I was Democratic Party chair, the first meeting we did, we brought it to Austin to show, hey, we're gonna go after Texas. And it's big and it's complicated and it's hard, but we're serious about this. We're serious about this. The way we will win is because of what you're doing right now. You're going to see a lot of TV ads, but people don't believe them anymore, especially after the Citizens United and anybody could say anything they wanted to. They don't believe what they see in the ads on TV. What they believe, though, is person-to-person, one-on-one persuasion, somebody willing to answer their questions or say, you might get asked a question, I don't know the answer, but I'll get it and get back to you. People crave the person-to-person contact. I've seen this in all my close races in Virginia. I've seen them in close races all over this country. And so what you're doing here, I see with these buttons, ask me about Hillary. wear those, and people will ask you questions, and then you can give them answers. And by doing that, you will bring voters our way, and that's how we're going to win this election. So now almost all of you I know are already probably just chock full of volunteer slots. But if you are not, if some of you have just come to kind of check it out, I want to tell you what you can do. Take out your phone and text together to 47246. And if you're not, 47246 together. And if you're not already part of the network of folks who is out there making sure we win this election, I know that Jackie and her team will sweep you in fast. It is a big historic race with an awful lot at stake. It will be hot and difficult to get there, but nothing in this life that's easy is ultimately that meaningful. The things that are hard are the things that are most important, and we're going to fight really hard, and we're going to make history November 8th, and then Hillary Clinton, our president, is going to make history every day thereafter by serving this country in the way we expect and the way we know she will. Thank you so much, Austin, for having me. Great to be with you. Can't wait to be back. Appreciate it.